Guys, we are back. How are you doing? How are you going? How are you flowing? Are you enjoying the SDHOs? I'm pretty sure you are, most of you, because I can tell we've got a really good, small, close-knit group that is growing, and I just want to say today is going to be extra special for a lot of reasons. Mainly because if you're one of the, 10 or 20 people who watch each time these come out, especially within the first, it seems like all of the views come within the first 24 to 48 hours, which is awesome, which means, you guys have, notifications probably turned on or whatever, and thank you for all of the likes, comments, subscribes. You guys are great. For a while, my channel was growing by a lot of subscribers because I guess if you typed in follow actions, mine would come up, I guess, because there was a period of time where I was getting all of these subscribers and views to that video, and then it just stopped, which I was actually kind of happy about. Not happy, but I was kind of like, oh, that's fine. I'm cool with that, because I realized that more people are now watching and enjoying the SDHOs, which have been very fun. And I'm really excited about today because as I've been going through and doing a lot of editing and releasing of the videos that I've been recording and then putting out recently, it's sort of come to my awareness that something's happening in the SDHO with respects to Ableton. Something's been happening, and it hasn't been me freestyling, although that's something I've never done in my life. It literally just started happening on the SDHO out of nowhere. I don't even listen to hip hop. I don't even listen to any rap or anything. I mean, I used to really love Rage Against the Machine. That was like my jam back when I was like a much, much, much younger man. I really just went ballistic when I used to listen to that. And I also listened to a lot of rap and hip hop, but it's been very long. Since the college days and the years after college, which was a very, very long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Actually, it was very much on a dense 3D Earth planet very near to here. I'm now in a galaxy far, far away, but also here, being in the world, but not of it, what you know about it. So, what was I alluding to before? You guys can own SDHO 66, the thumbnail. You can also purchase any of these other thumbnails. You will be verified on the blockchain that you own that artwork, no one else, exclusive. I create these thumbnails in Blender, a 3D computer graphics application, and this is a little look inside the Blender project. Well, if you've been one of the amazing people who's been watching all of these, or at least catching up from time to time, it's been changing. It hasn't just been sound design. We've had a lot of beats that we've been making. We've been going into the weeds, velocities. We got these beautiful groove pools here, which I've been screwing up on the groove pools. I've been so mad. I've been watching the last couple of SDHOs, and I've been, drawing in a lot of MIDI notes. That's something I really want to do because I feel like a lot of people who are using Ableton, they're not like some whiz on like a MIDI keyboard, like they might just have their laptop and they just want to draw things in. And that's an area that I've been doing a lot more of, and I've just been, whenever you focus on something, whenever you have questions, whenever you want to get to know something better, it just starts happening. But in addition to that, I've been noticing that like more things have been happening as I move forward, as I now add drums to things, as I, do these different things. And even most recent ones, adding follow actions to variations of different tracks I have. I'm like, maybe the reason why, or maybe it's all coming together, maybe because if you think about it, like, yes, you want to have time to work on sound design, but what are you really doing? And I don't want to speak for everybody, but what are you really doing when you're opening up Ableton? You want to have a good time. You want to make music. You want to expend your mind. You want to have a good time. You want to feel fine. You want to be wined and dined. Yeah, exactly. Who the hell doesn't want to be wined and dined? You know what I'm saying? Hey, men can be wined and dined too. We gotta reverse that whole thing, Men need presents and whining and dining, and also take a free push. If any of you Ableton lords are out there, I'll take a push. I don't even need one, but I would screw around with it and make some of them videos. Hell, you don't even have to give me the brand new Push 3. I'll take the damn Push 2. I don't even care. So anyways, I want to make multiple tracks. I want to make variations of the tracks. I want to then utilize the follow actions, and I want to have a bunch of them. I want to first, and this is just my way, so like if you guys produce different kinds of music, hell, I don't even know what kind of music I even produce, because I don't even make music anymore. I just play with Ableton, have fun, hang out with you guys. And if you guys weren't there, smash a like on your own self, smash a like on your own YouTube channels. If it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't be making these videos and probably wouldn't have been doing so much Ableton. And now because of this, I am, and I'm excited, and I never stopped using it, and I'm going to be going on my 11-year anniversary next March of 2024. How are you doing? We're going to get into some things. First thing is I've been upset especially because I've been drawing in all the MIDI notes, and I don't like to move the MIDI notes off grid. You might say something like, hey, mate, why is you not moving them off grid? You don't want that shit to have that good feel and that swing. No, I've realized philosophically in Ableton, and I can have my own philosophical views on Ableton. I've sure as hell used it enough to be able to gain that right to do so. But what I realized is I'm never going to move notes off the grid. I might maybe slightly delay snares because it sounds good when the snare really kind of lags behind, but I used to literally drive my mind wild moving little notes, and then it would be like 5 months would go by and it'd be like, I finally finished my song, it took so long, and I'm like moving like little micro edits. That's not fun. That's not music. I will never do that again. Here's the thing, I don't need the laptop. I don't need to draw things in. I do that because it's just easier and more convenient for the show, and it's been developing, and I realize maybe people want to know a bit about that. But if I wanted to, and for a long time, all I did was just get better at guitar, get better at playing the MIDI keys, get better at finger drumming, and literally play all my shit in. Even if I went back, maybe, tidied things up, did some like little quantizing of things, but like I was all about playing things, engaging with it, you know what I mean? Hell, even playing the damn laptop, playing like the QWERTY keys. But when I'm going in and I'm like putting things on the grid, knowing where they are, I need to be using the groove, so everything has that nice groove. We've gone over grooves, and this is so much more about groove pool, but you have to click this double tilde over here, or you don't see it. Now, for the longest time, I was not about the groove pool because I was all about moving things off the grid. People had to know that I had these rhythms in my drums that were so good because I've got all this funky rhythmic soul in me soul. I had to get it through, and it was like you couldn't have things on grid. You didn't want to use groove pools, but that was weird. That was the younger version of me. Hell, I started doing this 11 years ago. Give me a break. Now, for goodness sake, what I really like is I like being able to open it up and start making music, whether I'm playing on a MIDI keyboard, an instrument, or I'm just drawing shit in, because I want to make good sounding sounds. I don't want to have to screw around. I don't want to have to be doing ticky-tacky, mickey-macky. So that's why I was like, man, you're forgetting to do these grooves. It's been really bothering me as I've been watching the past two. I'm like, how the hell could you forget that? So what I did is I opened this up, and I said, I want to look at this all the time, okay? You don't really need to screw around too much with grooves. They pretty much all do the same thing. So if I'm using eighth notes like a hi-hat, I'm going to add the swing eighths because it'll affect the eighth notes. Most of the time, as you know, we're in the 16th note, so I've got this one up and right here. It's the most some of those basic ones. I want to have this open, so every time I have it open, I've got this thing there, so I'm not forgetting. So I set that as a default. It went away. I'm mad. I would have never put that away. I don't know if it just remembered how I closed the project. But if you want to make things look a certain way, like for instance, I got this MIDI track here. I've got these things here. I've got the groove pool open right up on here. If you go to File and you go to Save Live Set as Default Set, then it will do that. So you can do that if you want. Also, if you have like certain effects, you're like, oh, I always put my compressor on these settings, you can do the same thing. You can right click and do Save as Default Preset. So you already know that. So what is we going to be starting with? Doesn't really matter because, oh yeah, like I was kind of mentioning, the way I've been noticing that I've been doing things is, and I like to keep things simple. I'm not one of those guys who's like, yo, mate, check out this track. And then he shows you guys have all seen these Ableton projects where it's like 19 million tracks, you know what I mean? And then it's all like condensed down and it looks like some sort of display you would see on an alien spaceship. Whatever. I'm sure that lovely producer, I'm sure they needed all of those tracks. I'm sure they weren't just trying to do that to be like, look at how amazing I am. I've got 19 million audio tracks and MIDI tracks. I'm not about that. I'm about simplicity. I'm about efficiency. And if you honestly need 18 million hundred MIDI tracks and audio tracks to finish a piece of music, well, you're either doing that for like, I don't even know, whatever, do whatever you want, but we're going to have so much fun. We're going to bring it all together and you're going to start seeing as we go from thing to thing, what you're going to be seeing is you're going to be like, oh yeah, that's right. We were doing all of that when we only focused on groupos. Oh, we were doing that when we were focusing more on velocities and beat making and when we were doing the generative MIDI effects and then this and then that and then, oh, and then we were also doing this. And oh, I really like when you got the drums and we do beat repeat, which by the way, I have got to fill you guys in on the beat repeat, which means we is going to start with the drums because even though I've been using beat repeat a lot, and like honestly now if I make any beats, I have to have beat repeat on there because it gives little variations, which is very nice. It's a really great device. You don't only have to use beat repeat on the drums, but you can use it on anything. I mean, it's really just about stuttering things, you know what I mean? And it can give like life to like relatively boring chord passages or just anything, man. So I feel like I haven't like explained the in and outs of it. I'm like, hey, you's gotta explain the beat repeat? What is you in like the 3rd grade, Gemini? Everybody knows that, man. No, not everyone does know that. Not everyone is so cool and knows everything about Ableton as you do, okay? And it's really not that straightforward. It really isn't, although it kind of is. But you just gotta learn a few things. We're gonna get into that. So we're gonna be going to the drums. I've been doing a lot of 808. I think I'm gonna do 707 or 909. I don't know which one I'm gonna do yet. They're both good. I don't want to do acoustic kit. I will share some of my thoughts on the drums. This is going to be way too good. I need to take a little drinky breaky, but before I do, how was your day? How was your week? Tell me about something about it. I will listen. Go. You feel like you're invisible? What? You feel like you're invisible? Well, whatever do you mean? It can mean a lot of things. You walk around and no one looks at you ever? Oh man, is that bad? Is that bad? Is it good? Oh, you don't even really know? Sometimes you wonder if you're invisible. That's a bad problem to have, and a good problem to have, depending on what you think. You know, I'm a guy, and I don't really care about my image or my clothes, you know, my image. So, like, no one looks at me anyways, which is good, because, like, you know, when I want to just go out and do whatever I need to do, get my things, get back home, like, it's nice to not have people staring at me. Even though I used to have big crazy hair and still no one stared at me, which is fine. I don't care, you know what I mean? But yeah, I guess it depends who you are, because like I know like most women get just stared at by all kinds of people, and it's awful. It's creepy. I kind of have a feeling that I was meant to be a man in this particular lifetime, because I think I would have been too distracted if I was some like pretty lady walking around, or even not even pretty, just guys just stare and like it would seriously freak me out. Like I would not like. I'd be like, hey, stop looking at me, and they'd be like, wow, you're all hot. Why is your voice so weird like that? I'd be like, exactly, stop looking at me, or I'll put a curse on you, because I'm a gypsy, you know. And they'd be like, oh God, can we get out of here? And I'd be like, wonderful. I don't know. Don't worry about it. When I walk my dog, it's weird. I'll like be walking with my dog, and someone will be walking with their dog, and then they'll like walk to the other end of the street, and I'll be like, "What is me, my little cute little pudgy pug, giving off weird vibes?" But I don't know. Some people are weird like that. I'm like, I don't know. But in any event, guys, we're gonna do the drums. So first thing I want to say about drums, and by the way, if you guys don't normally do drums, you don't have to. You don't have to. But like, let me teach you it. So you can do it, because if you think about it, like what have I been mostly making on here is like nice sound textures and stuff, yeah, you can always add drums. So if you're like an ambient person, it's mostly like evolving sound textures and stuff, you know, it's like a legato sound. It plays, right? And you always have this, the ace up your back sleeve. You always have this. You can always add drums. You can always take the drums away, because the drums are like percussive, staccato. You know what I mean? Even if you didn't even do drums, you could always have like a melody, you know, like playing, because it's kind of like drums, you know, it's on the different beats, you know, like we've been drawing in melodies, drawing in beats, 16th notes, and so you can always have that. You don't have to, but you always can. And to be honest with you, what I've noticed that's been forming is I've got good sounding, I've got like a main sound. It's kind of like the centerpiece, you know what I mean? The main sound, it's like the turkey on your Thanksgiving, you know? And it's the centerpiece. And it's like what's drawing the most eyeballs. But then you start adding in the drums, because you can, because you don't have any other staccato, rhythmic-y component, and that might be like some other dish, which I'm not even gonna name other dish. Somebody be like, hey, that's what you've been eating on the Thanksgiving? What it you's not traditional, man. I mean, I already knows that about you, but you know what I mean? It's like a different thing. And then you've got like an ancillary sound that sort of sounds good with the drums. It sounds good with the main thing. And then do what you want. And then like have variations. And then the variations you can trigger by, you know, launching the clips or maybe follow action. So it does it for you, gives it more of like a unpredictable, random feel, which I love injecting randomness into the artworks. And then you can play it in, you know, you know, you don't want to just make all these sounds that sound good. You want to be able to record it, you know what I mean? And then you have it all down there. But to be able to do it all in one sitting, that was always the goal. And I don't think I ever really got there, because I got so lost in the weeds. I had to take time out, do my sound design with analog and operator and whatever. And then I had to go work on drums. And then I had to get better at velocities and groove pulls. And I've been doing all this stuff probably because I had to dig into them so hard so I could teach you guys. And now I think we're all coming full circle. It's going around, it's like a merry-go-round, feeling the flow, doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, it's like a circle. That's from an old movie that only old millennials like myself would know. Okay, I promise we're gonna jump in now. Oh no, it's been 20 minutes. Are you upset we haven't done any Ableton? Have you clicked off yet? That's fine. And if you guys watched any of the spiritual SDHO, or if there any other one has come out since this goes up, I realized in between talking about this really good fire spiritual stuff, this really good fire Ableton stuff, I'll do all this talking, and I realize it's good. I used to think I was doing too much talking. I was like, no, it's perfect. Because I'm sharing like the deepest, darkest secrets of Ableton, of metaphysics on the spiritual show, and I realize when I take the tangents, because that's just who I am, me mind has always been quantum. You know what I mean? What happens is it'll weed out people. Someone goes, hey man, this guy, he talk too much. I'd rather just go hang out with me Julie and take her over to the Long John Silver's and get her some fish and chips and some tartar sauce. What did this guy, give me them goods. I'm like, good, let's weed you out, because maybe you'll hear some shit or discover some shit from all of these gems that I've been dropping down. That like maybe you're not worthy of them gems. Who knows if you're not going to stick around. But all you guys know that the flows be coming, the gems be coming, and we are activating our diamond minds, our higher consciousness. Are you doing fine? How is you doing? We're actually finally about to jump in now. But before we do, I'm going to take one quick last little break. I'm going to dive in. But first, ask me one question about Ableton. This is all of you. Seriously do this, because it will pop in. Time does not exist. We've already gone quantum. Ask me a question about Ableton. I'm going to dreaky breaky, answer it, dive into it, driving into the drums. Also, send an ESP if you want me to do a 707 or a 909 for the drums. Go. Take a deep breath, by the way. Ideally, you want to be breathing through your nose and then either exhale out your nose or exhale out your mouth when you're trying to do deep conscious breathing, whether you're just trying to do it or meditating or whatever. Definitely do the nose. And I know not everyone can, because they might get congested and stuff. Okay, what did you guys ask? It's not coming through. What is the Oh, thanks. What is the most exciting thing that I've learned? Well, I think it's actually what we did on the 2 SDHOs ago. The reverbs, they've got these special little sections with these special little reverbs, and we're definitely going to get in that today, where the reverbs are like so specific that they don't just give your classic like reverb, but they give it its own character. And when you put it on all of the drums, it just sounds great. To traditionalists and purists, they'd be like, oh, why would you like put that on the drums? But hey man, I don't want to make just random boring music like everyone does, you know? So we're gonna get into that. So yeah, exciting, interesting reverbs that you can put on drums to really make them come to life. And let's get into the Ableton life, because it's all about life, and it's also all about Ableton Live. Go to the categories of the drums. I'm gonna go to 909. I hope it's not a mistake. If I'm not liking the 909, I'm gonna go to 707. Little bit about the drums, very quick. You should all, because a lot of times you may want to start with drums. It's good to have a go-to drum kit so you can find it, drop it, start. Okay, yes, it is fine and fun to like drop a drum rack and then start searching for kicks and drums. And if you have your own go-to kits that you've made, that you've saved as presets, do that. Grab something quick. Don't search for it, because I want you guys to like get quicker at this. So you either have electronic drums like an 808, a 909, or just some sort of electronic beats that was made in like a synthesizer, or you'll have more of an acoustic kit. Think of like an actual drum set. We've got those here, but for whatever reason, I feel like I want to keep, we've been doing a lot with the 808. I'm going to go 909. It's a really good kit. We want core kit. Oh no, classic, because I feel like classic's the truest to the actual 909. The 808 is great. We all know about that. Moving on. The 909 and 707 are great. And the 909 I chose, and if I don't like it, I'll move to 707, because I haven't used either of them in a while. But from what I can remember, the 909's got a really good kick. Yes. The 707 has more of like an 80s feel, but like you can just smash a drum bus, the drum bus, drum processing plugin on it and make it sound really good. But I kind of was curious to know just how good, because like everyone knows the 808 kick's got a great kicky drum. You can't say kick drum. You gotta say, I don't even know what kicky drum, spectrum, specky drum. I do not know. It just pops into my head. So I gotta go with it. People want authenticity, genuinity nowadays. Good. Now how's the snare? Now if I remember correctly, the snare kind of sucks nuts on the 909, but I could be wrong. Let's see. That's not too bad. I feel like I would want to put a volume envelope on it to make it quicker and snappier, and then maybe some distortion, and then get like a reverby on there. So that's fine. You can also substitute the snare for a clap. And I think the hi-hat closes pretty nice too. Whoa. I think I need a volume envelope on there too. Maybe that's a good place to start. Okay, let's go to the snare, and you have to... Shit. Screw it. We'll process it later. First, let's get some patterns in. Double click. And let's just start with kick and snare first. You're always going to have a kick on the 1, okay? You don't have to. Snares are always going to be on the 2 and the 4, unless you're going for a half-timey feel. Actually, should we do a half-timey feel? We should. See how it's at 90 BPM? I'm going to move it up. Let's just do like 120, and let's... how the hell did that happen? By the way, if you hit B, you get the pen tool. B, take off the pen tool. And if you're off the pen tool, you can just double-click. So now we've got this. Let's make it 128. Nope. 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 No, I don't like that at all. Nope. It's kind of a good bass, right? A bass meaning like a foundation. I'm going to call this 1. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to call this 2. I'm going to duplicate the 1. 1 with hats. Should we do 16ths? Okay. Make it off pen tool and see if 16ths are too fast. Someone really likes that, but I feel it could be too busy. What the hell? Why are you not letting me change the fucking grid division? That sounds actually kind of good, like with that little like pause out right there. Watch out. I don't really know. It's really weird because I feel like the 8s sound too fast, and I feel like the 8s sound too slow but kind of cool. I also feel like the 16th notes sound a little bit too fast. I think we probably need both. Oh, look, we're adding all of these different patterns. This is so good. I always knew I was going to be doing it like this. It only took me 11 years and wasting my life. No, I'm just kidding, dude. I did not. This was a fucking second of it. Okay, so that'll be the 8s. Now this one is going to be with the 16th hat. 8s. 8s hat. The 16th notes. The fuck did you know? Wonderful, wonderful. And then we'll do the same thing with this guy with the number 2 with 8 hats. And down, chill. Shit, I don't like it. Stop doing that. Get out of here. This is what I mean. I'm like, Even though I know exactly what to do, I'm like, this is so tedious. Whatever, man. I don't like this. What the hell, man? Okay. Oh yeah, it's so fun. I like to, you know, what the And then what I think I'll do is I think I'll do all of these. And I'm going to go to click this guy. Follow action. I'm going to do any. Any. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll do repeat. You don't got repeat on here? I'll play again. So because I highlighted all of these, it'll be them for all of them. So let's click. Because I know you guys love follow actions. You're like fiends for follow actions. And then what we want to do is we want to add the groove, add the groove, add the groove. Wait, where the hell is the groove? No, that's oh, because you got to go back over here. So I'm going to highlight all these again, me friend, and go to the groove, groovy groove, and let's start going. And let's adjust this 16s. Let's go into these hi-hats and let's lower the volume a little bit. Be helpful if we could hear some of these hats though. Are you kidding me? Here, that's the groove. That's the groove. It's the groove, you silly. Yo, I'm just done with them drums. Yeah, the 909's got a really nice kicky drum. Now, Command Shift T, Control Shift T. If you was on a PC, is you be smoking the PCP? No, don't do the drugs. Don't do the drugs. Do not do it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. By the way, smash a like if you love these follow actions. Seems like people are obsessed with follow actions. I don't know why. Kind of do. Let me know. Now, let's get a really nice, fun thing to play. I'm going to click on Instruments. What is you gotta say? What instrument should we use? I want it to be moving, booming, and coomin'. What should we do? Well, for one thing, I'm going to MIDI effects because I know we want to get an appreciacja. Gonna get it good. Now, what instrument shall we do? I kind of want to do Collision because I feel like being real sassy tonight. You know? Like everyone's gonna go to operator or wavetable. But it takes a real OG to do Collision. Fuck it. That means we gotta do Collision. Well, then I better not screw it. It's more pressure now. Now I'm like, oh shit, you gotta make something good with Collision. Okay, what do we fucking do now? Jesus, what the fuck? Okay, let's pick a note. Let's make it, I don't know, 8 bars. It really does not matter at all. Any notes? B. Now, notice how it's like super low velocity because it remembered the last velocity I used. I'll jack it up to 113. It went right there to the 113. I actually personally think that the number 13 is my favorite number. You know, everyone tells you 13 is unlucky, but like, who says that? No one says that. You know, it's all like the overlords. They want you to be afraid of stuff. They want you to be afraid of the stuff that's like the most important things for you. Okay, whatever. Let's go into collision. And in fact, I'm actually going to stop it. Stop. Because these beats are going to sound good with whatever the hell we play, and I want this to be a real nice, long, sloopy-doopy thing. I also know I'm going to want to delay up on till. So let's add it. I'll put it here. I like to, when I use the delay, I like to have it staggered like this. Maybe bring the dry wet down a little bit. This just cuts out the highest highs and the highest lows. It's a bell curve or a bell filter. What is it also called? Bandpass filter. Kind of like slopey. Maybe a little bit of the time right here. Maybe bring it down a little bit right here. Bring the feedback up a little bit right here. And some of that good stuff. First, I want to see what it kind of sounds like right now. Some arm track. Whoa. Now, why is it sounding like that? It's sounding like that because we got an arpeggiator on, silly. So here's the thing. So like this rate, okay? I like it because it's going to sync to the rate of our project. We've got drums. They are synced to the rate of our project because they are on the beats. So you can do the free running if you want, but okay. So let's. Maybe we should play the drums. Oh my god, why is this set to 8 bars? That's why I was being so weird. Should never do that. Should only be one. Okay, go to the drums. Go to the OTO effects. Ooh, that's really booming, huh? A little random. Let's give it some of this. Woo! Oh, we're about to get. Wow, this is. I'm liking this shit. Highlight all these, and I'm gonna go back into this here, and I'm gonna go to 2x. So place each bar twice as long. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Let's play with the tune. Let's ratio it. Hey man, how'd you make the collision sound that good? You sold me bridges again. Now I'm all spinning all crazy, I'm all misunderstood. You mean to tell me that the collision could be giving me these good sounds all of the time? Oh my god, you mean I could be losing my mind? I had no idea, I just had to know that the Gemini exists and show me all this good ass shit. I'ma shut up so we can keep making them good sounds. Holy shit, I really fucking like this, I really do. Okay, what note are we playing? Moved it up, so I'm not sure what note it is. This is... Let's add, okay, we need to make a change. Got it. One, because we're not doing what we're supposed to do unless we make a change. Okay. So number 2, let's go down to 1, 2. Okay, ready? Okay. Highlight both. Go to the follow action. Click the follow action, and we want to go to any. So we're gonna go. Make sure it goes through. Make sure it goes through. So we used B, but we like moved the semitones down. So this is gonna make it hard to match it up. I don't know. Can we go back to 0? No. So that's got to be 4 down. So where are we at? Okay, now we're gonna go back to 1. 4 down. What's 4 down? Okay, 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. Remember G, guys. Remember G. Put some reverb. I told you I was gonna do it. I told you I was going to do it. Go to the hybrid reverb. Wonderful. No. Go to the algorithm. And there's some good ones. Prism. No. Go to the tights. Go all the way dry and now bring it up. Shimmer. Quartz. But you know what's also good? You go to convolution and you go to the texture and you go over here. Oh my god, like, dude, this is my new favorite thing. Smash like if you don't know about this thing. Always got the bubbles, the texture, the convolution reverb. You know, we always got it going on. We got it going on a flow and turn up away. Bring down that volume, turn it off with a mute. Turn this vintage on. Okay, get it off the bubbles. It really does sound like chains. By the way, you guys gotta hear, this is crazy. Cloud. Doesn't that sound good? I'm never doing I'm never doing regular boring drums again. I'm now only doing this. You don't have to do it. I'm gonna do it because it's exciting me and I think it's really good. Too much bass. Go to EQ, too much bass, listen. It's also good sometimes to take out the highest highs. If you want, if it sounds good, it's up to you. Sound design, it's up to you. You know what's going on. Almost sounds like rain's coming down. Oh my god, I'm not like... rocks? What? Oh man, did you guys know about this? I'm loving this. Are you guys not loving this? Harmonic chains. I think that's the one I like. What's the one I like? Even this sounds like wind. Go into the collision. Go to string. Oh my god. Britches soiled. Ooh. That took forever. I got it set on any, so it will like repeat again, but now I need to get to the G. Now it get to the G. Now let's 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 get to the G. Don't you understand me? Let's get back to the G. Let's see if we're correct with G. Give me some of that LFO. Don't you speak being a hoe. No disrespect. Oh my god. Wait, no, we do have it on beat repeat. Are you having a good time? Are you feeling love? Are you doing well? We can't make the mistakes we said we weren't going to make. We need a way to alter the velocity. I'm not gonna go into all these tracks. That will make me lose my mind, lose me britches. I'm not trying to do that on my own time. So I'm gonna put a velocity right here. I like to go to fixed. And I want to allow it to do all of this. Ideally, this is not what we want because I don't want the strongest beats to like play weaker, but I feel like this is a healthy medium. This is gonna apply this to all of them. We need some velocity sensitivity just because we don't want them all to be the same volume. I think you already know that. Of course, that would mean that we would need this 909 kit to have velocity sensitivity already enabled, which I'm pretty sure it does. And otherwise, I'm not going into all these and adjusting the velocities, even though there is some of that going on, because that would take too much time. It would take me out of the creative headspace. As I'm sure you can probably tell, I'm in more of a creative headspace, right brain hemisphere headspace. Previous to earlier, more left brain. And so let's click this, but hold on, there was something else that we needed to do. Something else that we needed to do. We needed to, of course, drop our good old friend beat. Actually, maybe it's a newer friend. I don't even know. Beat repeat. Okay. So, this is one bar. See how we've got, okay. This would be better, actually, for demonstration purposes. This is actually pretty damn important. Beat 1. Beat 2. Beat 3. Beat 4. These are quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, and so 4. Got it? It's 1 bar. 4 beats to a bar. What does this look like? Beat 1, even though it says 0, it should not say 0, it should say 1. Does it say 2? Whatever. We're not going to get mad at the Lords of Light over at Ableton Live. Okay, so here's the thing. It's saying, where do you want this mofo to start clicking and clacking? By the way, I always like to turn the variation up. I don't want it to go that long. Oh, no. I'm gonna leave it on 16. Gate, I'm gonna keep it down. Now, this means at the beat, the downbeat, beat 1. What's there? A kick. So you get some kick, right? But if we offset it, Tetsuya, beat 2. That means that snare on the 2 is gonna get that little. But I like to leave it here, okay? If you do repeat, it's gonna freeze whatever you're playing until you release it. Maybe you want a little bit decay, just so like the last ones, ring out a little bit of decay. Volume, decay. Now you've got mix and ins. Now, so your pattern's gonna play, and the repeats, which the repeats come courtesy of the beat repeat, they are gonna happen on top of what's already playing when you've got mix. But when you go to the ins, and again, these are like probably the most important things on a damn beat repeat. I've used it enough, so I think I know what I'm talking about here. But the ins is different, because as soon as the ins starts repeating, it's gonna not play the regular pattern. So it'll sound like the regular pattern was interrupted, and then the little like beat repeats are then is what she's gonna hear. So normally I like that. I would spend a little bit of time messing around with it. Don't take what I say for gospel, whether it's got to do with the Ableton or the spiritual stuff. Try it all out for yourself, and let's keep going on here. Let's get the drums fast first, then we go to the collision, then let's go back to this thing. We're gonna call this, rename this to the G melody. We may not even need it, because I don't even want it, but I do want one other thing, because I think we're probably gonna need to draw in a pattern. No, that's boring. I don't like drawing in patterns. I'm thinking out loud right now. Okay, so let's do this. That sounds so damn good, does it not? That sounds really good to me. actions, follow actions. Seven up, perfect fit. Give the fold. Compress all of it. Maybe let's get some modulation. Maybe some of that chorus modulation. Now you know what he's gonna do. 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 Go to the resampling. Yes, you know what's what we's be doing. Go to the resampling. It's playing by itself. It's all deep follow actions. How was you feeling, my friend? It's all recording, so we can pitch it, dude, and we can get some other good stuff. And then we can do some other things. 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 Do you know what I mean? Well, hello there. Did you guys like what we did tonight? Did that sound good to you? By the way, what we just did is what I want to be doing like all the time now. I just want to say thank y'all very much. Yes, I'm doing the mudras. I don't know. It's just happening. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling in the flow. Oh my God. I thought I was going to never do Ableton again. And then all of a sudden, you guys, or maybe only like a small amount of you, about 2 years ago, started watching, and I was like, ooh, this video, maybe I should record some videos and start capitalizing on this, see if I can grow it and shit. And then I was like, oh, I don't want to make like tutorials anymore. I'm just going to make these SDHOs. And then you guys started watching the SDHOs, started loving them. And then I was like, oh, I have to teach these wonderful, amazing people about sound design. And then I just kind of wanted to teach you about every single thing you would ever find in Ableton Live. And then what happened is I blew your mind, and I blew me own mind because I realized something was starting to happen here. Maybe it's because I got resurrected, my ascension process. How are you going with your own ascension process? Have you escaped the matrix yet? And see, what happened is now I think this has taught me, this has gifted to me from you guys. Thank you so much. Now I am like, oh my God, this is so much more fun than just doing sound design all the time. And now I'm even doing the follow actions, which you guys are apparently follow action fiends, and that is really good. I would like to know a little bit more about that. But at the same time, this is really amazing. Thank you all. God bless. God bless yourself, and let's do me favorite thing. If you's wondering why the thing I'm about to do might not be happening for you, that's because you got to make sure that it's warped, got to make sure that it's looped, and you got to go here. And then you also got to make sure that you are on pitch, and let's play around. Let's screw around with it. We're going to be jamming a lot more, jamming out a whole lot more, doing a lot more things that resemble this. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. And God bless y'all. Drive home safe tonight. You've been a great... Are you ready for me to take it down? Are you ready for me to take it down? Why don't I bring it up? Why don't I bring it up? Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. I even like it when it's sped up like that. I put out a video on me channel, me friend, when I said it is my favorite fucking thing that I got in the Ableton. It's me favorite technique. It's this technique. You gotta, it doesn't even matter. You don't even have to have an entire Ableton set up to do this. All you gotta do is bring in your favorite piece of music into the Ableton. Go to the warp mode, go to the repitch, shift it down, gives you completely different experience, a different complete vista from which to explore beyond this. I have to stop talking. This sounds way too good. Again, me friend, thank you for coming around, hanging out with me again. I think you already know what kind of shit we's about to be getting into. It's gonna be a lot more shit like this. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling inspired. This has been fun. A lot of this, all the time this, a lot of this, just this, all of this. I'm really liking this. I need more of this. Oh wow, Merlin's going crazy. He's going crazy puggy. He's hungry. Merlin's hungry and he's playing with his dookies. Oh, a little crazy chunky. By the way, God bless yourself. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for taking the time to leave your damn house. Thank you for deciding to, in the middle of the winter, to put your damn coat on and your scarf and your gloves and your hat, for getting off the floor, off the mat, getting in your damn car, driving out to this stupid place, for watching all of us hang out in this place. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for having us have a good time. Drive safe. Drive slowly on your way home. Beep beep. Have a good night. Be safe to yourself. Put on some good music on your way home. Take it easy. Maybe, pick up some good food on the way home. You know, treat yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. Everyone in the world is just wanting to have a good life, is wanting to have the good life, have a good wife. Everyone wants that stupid ass shit. You know what I'm saying? We've got enough bullshit flowing downstream. You know they got these governments and these institutions trying to fuck with us, that want to enslave us, take away our rights and our civil liberties. We will never let that happen. The World Economic Forum wants you to eat bugs. They want you to live in 15-minute cities. They want you to own nothing and be happy. We will never let that happen. We are more powerful than them. We are taking the power back. It's happening every single day. The sensorial industrial complex has been silenced in its own right. We know about free speech. We know about the dark evil cabal. We know they've been controlling the planet for eons and eons. You already know it all. Humanity's taking its power back. Humanity's waking up. We's getting out of the mud. And when you finally realize that's so much ado,